What's up everybody, it's Graphic Phoenix back with another video today, and today is going to be a special video. We're going to learn how to grow cocoa seeds. So this here is a shipment I actually got from an Etsy seller named Vanessa, and her company is Organic Tropical Seeds. I'll leave a link down below for anybody that's interested in purchasing some seeds from her. She ships globally, I believe, and she's somewhere in South America. I don't remember where. This is where they came from. I just got the package today. It's been about 2 weeks, and these are Theobroma Cacao, or cocoa, and Passiflora edulis? I don't know. It's purple passion fruit, for those of you that don't speak Latin. The packaging was super simple. It just came in a small little envelope with a couple pieces of paper and then the directions written on the package. Alright, so I'm going to follow a couple directions that I've seen on YouTube, as well as follow the stuff that she said on her directions. Let's get set up and let's get started. Alrighty, so here we are with that looks completely pitch black. But what's actually in here is just regular potting mix. She actually recommends using just normal potting soil for the cocoa seeds, and I'm just going to use it for the couple things you're going to need. Is I actually just have these great value plastic cups. I'm going to puncture drainage holes in the bottom of these and then use them to plant the seeds in. You're also going to want a heat mat as well as a dome, like a humidity dome, in order to keep it humid in there. There's a couple different ways you can do it, but that's how I'm going to do it. So let's get started. I have to go to work soon, so this should be interesting. So this is our setup. I got some regular potting mix, and then I'm just going to use some of the nutritious blend that I made with a bunch of different random stuff. There's some rock dust, there's power sand, which if you don't know is actually just, it's for fish tanks actually. I know it's inoculated with a bunch of minerals though, so I figured, hey, why not try it with plants. So I have a bunch of cups right here. The audio levels might be changing throughout the video because I'm moving around and not looking at the camera the whole time, so I'm sorry for that in advance. So for poking holes, it's really simple. I just have some trimmers that I use for plants, and I just screw it in the bottom and it punctures holes. So that's what I'm gonna do. You just spin like that, and it takes a second, but it works. 2 holes. Now she does recommend to plant these seeds ASAP because cocoa seeds are pretty much only viable very, very fresh. That's why if I was in the States, I would just get a cocoa pod, but I don't believe getting the cocoa pods here in Canada is viable. They just send the seeds, but if you're in the States, you can order from a couple different websites and actually get the pods themselves, and that's the best way to do it. Then they're fresh straight from the tree, and you always want this to be moist. You don't want it to be soaking wet, but you don't want it to be dry either. Like this is quite dry right now, so I'm just going to add some water to it later. So for me, this is going to be really easy. I'm going to unbag these Theobroma Cacao, and I believe these are already washed and prepared. Alright, so as you can tell, they have this like milky layer on them, and what you got to do is actually pick that off and peel it, and you can see there's actually some already starting to sprout. So you got to be careful when doing so. That's the next step. I didn't realize they were still in there. I believe it's like myelin or don't remember what it's called. And I was watching one video and he said if they were floated, they were not viable seeds. But all of those look like they actually started to sprout in transit, so I hope they're viable seeds. And she also sent me a couple bonuses. These were actually harvested, they say on the bag, June 3rd. Alright, well that's a good sign. All of them are sinking. Alright, so we're back. I upgraded to a bigger bin, and this stuff is actually really weird. It's just like a film. Basically just comes off. Like you just rub it and it peels off. So I'm going to get all that dealt with, and then I'll be back for the actual planting. Anyways, I'll be back for when we're ready to plant. Now you guys have seen what you need to do. You just got to scrape this off. And I believe they're brown seeds under it. So you see that part there? That's what they're all going to look like after you peel it all off. So I'm going to do that and catch you guys when I'm ready to plant. Alright everybody. So I got them all peeled. And that's what they look like. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 7. So yeah, as you can see, there's 17. They're actually purple. I don't know if you can tell. It's kind of tough to see, but they're actually like a dark purple color. However, unfortunately, I actually have to get ready and go to work right now. So my plan to store these while I'm gone is actually just leave them in a cup of water on a little bit of a heating mat. And then when I get home tonight, I'll film the rest of this video and plant these as well as the passion fruit seeds. So we'll catch you in a couple hours. For you guys, it'll be... Now it's like 7 hours later, and the audio is going to be completely different because in my room all the lights have shut off, and now I'm doing it out in the main basement. You can't see, but over there my cat's actually just lying down being Snoopy. But how I ended up packaging these was actually in a plastic bag, and whether or not that was a good idea, I don't know. But as you can see, they're all brown now. They smell much different. To be honest, they smell worse. So hopefully they're not rotted or anything. That's why we're going to get to planting these guys. The quicker the better. All I'm going to do, but it says to sow them 2 inches down. So what I'm going to do, grab a seed, place it in the cup. You can see that there. See how far that is, and cover that with soil. Then I just have to water it. I'm just going to do that with every single one of these. Add it down a little bit, add a little bit more soil on top, and then I'm going to move on to the next one. I've decided tonight I'm only going to plant these, the cocoa seeds, because they're the ones that need to be planted urgently, whereas the passion fruit seeds I don't think are quite as urgent, so I'm not going to plant those immediately. I'll probably plant those tomorrow and worry about it then. These you just have to get done because they're time sensitive. So I'll get back at you when I planted everything. Alright, the lighting's terrible in here, but these are the first two to go into the humid, I guess, incubator? I don't know. Sprouting device, germination kit? Whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to put those two plants up top in there and then let them sit. That's what I'm going to do with every single one of those seeds, is just wait for them to germinate, and when they do, I'll come up with an update. But I hope everybody liked this video. I hope you all learned something. Maybe you want to grow a cocoa tree yourself. They're awesome. I've seen many videos. If you want to look for more, you can go to Ray or Praxis 55712 or something like that. Just search Praxis 55 and it should come up. And he has an awesome video about growing the cocoa trees. He grows his from the pod. He opens the pod there. I hope everybody enjoyed. Like I said, I hope you learned something. If you made it this far to the end of the video, leave the word cage in the comment section down below. Of course, drop a like as well below this video, and leave any questions, comments, concerns for me to answer, as well as subscribe to my channel for more reptile, fish, and plant awesomeness. Thanks for watching, guys. Graphic Phoenix, out of here.